Whoa, take it easy there, Pathfinder. You might be feeling a little dizzy or lightheaded. This is normal for anyone who just woke up from a 600-year nap. Your memory might be a little fuzzy as well, so let me catch you up on our Andromeda protocol and what you need to know before you start exploring our new home. If you're a Mass Effect fan, make sure to check out our behind-the-scenes documentary on Andromeda. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Once you've thawed out, we'll let you loose to explore Eos and other sweet planets I can't show you right now. There are a few things to keep in mind. First, the environment is hostile. Not only do you have to deal with creatures like this, but you also have to worry about weather and radiation. Eos has a radiation problem. If you wander too far from a safe area or the Nomad, you'll get fried. Based on what we've played, it seems like these environmental issues clear up as you progress through the story, but there are some hazards that your Nomad won't even protect you from.
I picked up some Nexus-issued equipment nearby.
Speaking of your Nomad, it's your trusty 6-wheel steed. No, you can't whistle it over to you like a horse if you lose it, but you can fast travel to a drop pod and call it in. The planets you'll be exploring are huge, so it's in your best interest not to stray too far from your vehicle. If you're having trouble getting up an incline, you can activate 6-wheel drive. This will slow you down, but it's the best and only way to get this hunk of metal up a hill. And never forget, if you're in a hurry to get back to the Tempest, you can hold down Y, triangle, or T, and you'll load right back into your ship.
Ascent is go. Leaving Atmo. All clear.
As a Pathfinder, you're expected to do some research as well. Don't worry, you won't be tested on the various biomes of Eos, but a good Pathfinder is responsible for scanning and cataloging technology, vegetation, and wildlife. Everything you scan will net you research points for one of 3 different categories: Helios Cluster, Milky Way, and Remnant. You can then use your research points at the R&D terminal on the Tempest to craft weapon and armor blueprints. Once a blueprint has been created, you can forge that item using minerals and other resources you've salvaged from scanning planets, breaking down weapons and armor, mining with the Nomad, and just good old-fashioned picking stuff up. If you think science is dumb, you can also buy weapons from vendors. But you'll be doing more than just driving around and scanning planets. Andromeda's combat has undergone some significant changes, and the result is a much more liberating experience. Abilities can be combined and comboed off of each other more easily, and the jetpack adds a lot more verticality to the battles. Unfortunately, the tactical commands from the original trilogy are gone. You can still tell your squad to go here or regroup, but you can't access their powers. This means the experimentation is largely up to you. There are 3 different types of abilities: Tech, Combat, and Biotic. Personally, I stick with Biotic abilities, but I wouldn't ignore Tech or Combat. If you like to carry more than 2 guns at a time, invest in the Combat Fitness skill tree. A basic biotic combo is pull and throw. Hold down your pull ability, and once you've pulled them up close, use throw, and you'll send them off to the next galaxy. Keep in mind you can only have 3 abilities mapped at a time, but Andromeda does have something called favorites. Once you've assigned 3 powers you like together, you can favorite it. Now hold the weapon select button and you can swap between different power sets. This may not be super useful early on, but later it comes in handy. And remember, if you aren't happy with the abilities you've invested in, you can always head on over to the medical bay in the Tempest where you can respec for a small fee. But with powers like these, why would you? Andromeda also introduces a contextual cover system. To be honest, it's not great, but make sure you know how to swap shoulders while in cover, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Luckily though, movement and verticality plays a much bigger role. The recharge time for your jump and dash are very short, so it's in your best interest to keep moving. And if you aim while in the air, you can hover and take shots at your enemies from above. Even with all this fancy movement though, don't ignore cover altogether. Your shield will regenerate faster if you're hunkered down. Congratulations, Pathfinder, you're ready to explore the next frontier. As you research and trailblaze the Helios Cluster, you'll learn a lot more tips and tricks. Leave those findings and discoveries in the comments below to help out your fellow Pathfinders. For more on Mass Effect Andromeda, make sure to subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.